Support Pro Play Games on Patreon.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Travis here from Team PPG, and today I top 32'd the Des Moines Regional for the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, as I'm sure some of you are seeing from the title. Without further ado, let's get into the deck list. I was playing branded Despia, as you can see. For the monsters, I played 3 Aliber, pretty standard, 2 Albaz, also pretty standard. Let's get into the one-ofs. 1 Gimmick Puppet. I was main decking Gimmick Puppet. This card was insane. The lock is crazy. It's super easy to resolve it in this deck as well. Mercurier for the hand trap negate. Albion for utility. Being able to dump branded spells and traps, you can pick them back up with Retribution is very good. The new card, Quem. Honestly, this is probably the best card in the deck, and I would consider bumping it up to a 2 of. 1 Lubellion, 1 Saronir, 1 Cartesia, 1 Tragedy. I'm sure some of you noticed that I'm not running Ad Libitum or Dramaturge. So I think post-Quem, you don't really need Ad Libitum because this card is essentially like the things you were going to do with Ad Libitum, you can just do with this card, except more, right? Like, sure, you can't special summon back Aliber off of Quem, but you can special summon back Cartesia or Mirror Jade or Albaz, which are all just like generally better targets, and this card isn't a brick when I draw it, so just a much better card. I think in the future I would actually cut Tragedy down to 0 and just play a second Quem. Like, the only time this deck bricks is when it draws hands that are like triple hand trap plus Tragedy plus no way to like out the Tragedy out of your hand. So speaking of hand traps, I played 1 Droll, triple Ogre, 2 Ash Blossom, and then I also played 3 Imperm. So the Ashes are mainly crossout targets, and I'm playing 2 because I don't want to draw the Ash randomly and then have a crossout, because that would be extremely awkward and not very cool. Imperm is also a very good card that is a good crossout target. I wish I wouldn't draw 3 of them though. So it might just come down to a 2 of in the next iteration of the build. Ghost Ogre, being good against a few of the things in the meta, especially super heavy samurais, which was what I was expecting to play against the most today, and I played against 0 times. I played against like 6 cash players and 0 super heavy samurais somehow, which I guess makes sense. The set did just come out, so maybe people don't all have their super heavy samurai lists ready yet, so, but I expect to see a lot more of that, so Ghost Ogre is really good against them. And then Droll and Lockbird for a crossout target, and if we draw it randomly, it cooks people sometimes. Alright, moving on to the spells. I played triple Nadir Servant. This card is essentially a 1-card Gimmick Puppet lock, so even if they Ash your Branded Fusion, then this card just, it dumps Albion, which gets your Expulsion, and then also adds Quem, and then Quem can dump Cartesia. And if they ever summon from the extra deck, or you have a way to put something from your extra deck into grave, Mirror Jade, stuff like that, then you can special summon back your Cartesia and then just do the Gimmick Puppet lock during their turn anyways. So this card is essentially like your 4th, 5th, and 6th copies of Crossout. 3 Fusion Deployment, just kind of standard. It special summons Cartesia, special summons Albaz when you need it to. I actually didn't draw this card like almost at all. I think I drew it in 1 game out of all the matches I played, which sucked. It's a very good one. Crossout, it was pretty self-explanatory. I cross out name Ash Blossom when they Ash Blossom my Branded Fusion, and then I win the game. I literally, the 2 times that I did this and called Ash Blossom, my opponent just scooped when they tried to Ash me, so pretty sick. Triple Opening. This card gets infinitely better now that we have Quem. Being able to summon Quem off of this is so good. Branded Fusion, and then 1 of spells, 1 Branded Lost, 1 Branded in Red, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Called by the Grave. And then for the last 2 traps, we play 5 in total, 1 Retribution, 1 Expulsion. This for the lock and this to recover resources. Also for the lines that we can do with like Saronir and Albion. Onto the extra deck. My extra deck is also pretty standard, aside from a few things. Pretty standard package, 2 Albion, 2 Mirajade, 2 Lebellion. I do play 2 Granganol because the second one comes up in a lot of the lines. So, honestly, and it's very good now that we have more targets we can special summon off of this to play 2. Excuse me. Into the 1-ofs, 1 Lulu. I don't think you need more than 1. You're usually just sending this off of Nadir, special summoning it off of Granganol, so... And you can always shuffle it back if you need to with Lulu. Priscinian, Spelia, Titaniclad, Guardian Chimera, Sanctifier Dragon, Brinbrum for cash. I actually... Against all the cash players, I either Gimmick Puppet locked them or broke their board some other way. Like I had Imperm to stop their Rise Heart so I could just do whatever like plays I wanted. I never had this line come up. Priscinian is extremely good, in my opinion, against like super heavy samurais, or I think it's fine against cash as well. But like if you ever put a Rise Heart in their grave, and then you can just special summon their Rise Heart back to your field and just apply so much pressure, especially against like super heavy samurais. If you side in your kaijus and you like kaiju their Baron, then you can just special summon back their Baron and cook them with it. That's one of my favorite things to do with this card. So like this card gets a lot better when a lot of people are playing Baron, which obviously if people are playing super heavy samurais, a lot of people are playing that card. Albion is kind of like the same as Priscinian in the fact that you can like choose a utility monster that's really good from your opponent's grave, special summon it to your field, and then give them whatever trash that's in your grave, like a Saronir or an Albion that you've already used, put it in defense mode, and then they're stuck. Especially if they're cash, this card just dumpsters cash if they don't have a way to negate it. On to the side deck. Oh, before I forget, the reason why we play this and not the other names is because this summoning Quem, because she's a Dogmatica monster, is extremely good. And there are lines where it comes up like super hard. Onto the side deck, the other 2 drolls. So if I play against super heavy samurai, or like there are some cash hands that this just cooks as well. Like if they lead on prosperity, then like this just dumpsters them, or they lead on planet. Triple Radiant, because I expected to play against Pearly, and being able to kaiju their giant dude is pretty sick. It's also very good against cash if you actually draw it. Being able to tribute their Rise Heart so you don't have to deal with it is strong. 3 Bestials. I expected to play against more Mathmech as well. Because it feels like that's one of the decks that is fairly well suited for this meta. 3 Evenly, 1 D-Barrier, 3 Dark Ruler. So this was for Natruria Runic, and also I bring it in against super heavy samurai in case I don't draw Droll or Ghost Ogre. Then I can just Dark Ruler Evenly them and they get cooked. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys go like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out PPG, the website, where you can buy all your singles and sealed product. Very, very good sellers. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. This has been Travis signing out.